goons led by a killer from the Mushin Kai have reared their ugly faces. It looks like they've received my message. Once they figure out that we won't surrender, they'll send their men to force our hand. Well, there's no way we're backing down. I have a feeling this is going to be a bloody war of attrition. We'll figure out our next move after we whack those fools.
Welcome back to the RVMan out the exhibition. We're still playing Urban Reign, and we literally have only 3 more parts left. But for now, we have to deal with the Triads. Again. And wait a minute. Is that the Shadow Platoon? Here we go. Unfortunately, these guys are very bitter about losing. They've got Masa on their side, and on top of that, they all are carrying knives, while he has a sword. Alex is armed with a crowbar, so I guess he'll be fine. Now, once again, deal with the submissionist. They're a pain in the ass, and they'll definitely hurt Alex really badly if you're not careful. The thing about these submissionists, since they have special knife animations, they'll definitely make short work of Alex if anything isn't done about it. God damn, they're kicking my ass. Damn it! These guys are not getting away with this. And he's not getting away with rock bottoming me. Well, that takes care of one of them. Bastards! Get off me! That does it. This 3-on-1 nonsense is getting on my nerves. Wait a minute, Alex is coming back on him. He took out Cooper. And there goes Bane, I guess. No, now there goes Bane. And now there goes... I think that's Masa, I'm not sure. I don't care, he's dead. Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit more challenging now. Considering that they all have weapons. And to be perfectly honest with you, them having weapons can be a pain in the ass. Hold on, let me see. There's the bitch. Oh, sweet Jesus. Alright, let's do this.
It seems the Mushin Kai are taking in all the leftover outlaws who were orphaned after we took care of their boss. We've got to break up their recruitment ring now before they can mobilize. If you take out the Mushin Kai fighter, the crowd will probably disperse.
So now we're gonna have to take out Masa again. This time it's just Masa. But we're gonna have our hands full. I'm contemplating on taking Katanashi, but instead I'm gonna take Lin this time. Why? Cause, well, it's Glenn. I need fodder. Anyway, Masa is surrounded by... Well, I thought that was Masa. I think it was somebody else in the last fight, but this time it really is Masa. I'm sorry if I can't really tell the difference. But nonetheless, they're going to be carrying a sledgehammer, which you can easily steal from them, by the way. Oh! I do believe one of the demo missions have you fighting in this area against guys with swords. This isn't one of them. I think it's a later mission. That's a demo mission. But yeah, if you practice in the demo mission, then oh god damn it! And they've got a sledgehammer in their possession. But as I was saying, I do believe if you have a practice in the demo mission, there'll be certain missions you can easily take down. Cakewalk, no problem. Oh, and by the way, that demo, if I haven't already said it, is mixed in with Soul Calibur 3. So let's go on to another mission. Where's that? 76. Ah, there it is.
Dwayne's crew were ambushed downtown. I heard the guys behind the attacker headed towards the Civic Center. They're just puppets of the Mushin Kai, and they won't get away with this. Among the group of attackers was McKinsey. I guess each of the small-time captains are brown-nosing the Mushin Kai bigwigs. Go and take care of those dogs. Make sure you're watching your partner's back. If people see you carrying your wounded partner around the Civic Center, there's gonna be trouble from the cops.
Oh goody, we get to face McKenzie again. Grab a person with a better weapon stats, preferably Alex, if not Katanashi. One of the two, it doesn't matter, because you're not going to just face Anderson alone. He's too much of a coward. He has to bring a knife to a fight, for God's sakes. And not just that, he brings in Anderson and the other guy. I don't know who that other guy is, nor do I care, but he's going to be dead by the end of this fight. Well, at least he'll be the first one gone, that's for damn sure. If Alex has any say in this. But as far as where McKenzie is concerned, do not make this a 2-on-1 fight. If Alex manages to take out one of McKenzie's guys, by all means, or your partner, your current partner, basically, take out most of McKenzie's guys, it would definitely benefit you if you actually focus on McKenzie's goons rather than McKenzie. But the more damage you do to McKenzie, the easier it is to defeat him. That should hold him off for a... Oh, god damn it! And, ooh, 3D onto Anderson. And we're not even in TNA. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is, once McKenzie's down, there's no really other big threats other than McKenzie. Because Anderson, you can just take him out 2-on-1. But remember, don't get caught in the submissionist's holds, especially McKenzie. He is definitely well versed in breaking your limbs. Especially your partners, depending on who it is. So let's go to Mission 77, shall we?
The Mushin Kai is using a room in that building as one of their bases of operations. Men brandishing Chinese swords are going in and out of there. Well, just as I thought. The Mushin Kai and the Tinjiao are working together. Right now, the Mushin Kai guys are nowhere to be seen. All that's guarding the building right now are a handful of goons and a couple of heavies. If your partner gets knocked out, you're gonna have a hell of a time getting out of there in one piece when their reinforcements arrive. In other words, make sure your partner doesn't go down.
And now it switches over to the Triad. So the best way to deal with them is either to get Katanashi or Chris, because Chris comes out with his weapon, as does Katanashi. Unfortunately, Brad doesn't come out with a weapon for the rest of this game, which would actually help him, especially with the final boss, but you know, Brad has to be a badass on his own. So here's the deal. These guys, you can just beat the hell out of them with just your fist, because they're gonna come in with knives. And let's be honest, these two guys are the weakest of the Triads. In fact, Chris is actually holding his own while I'm roundhousing this poor chump to death. Wow. I see more roundhouses in your foreseeable future there, pal. And Chris almost has this guy dead. Might as well kill him. So it really was a good idea to bring Chris there. I just roundhouse somebody to death. That's just horrible. I'm sorry. He's meant the ultimate dishonor, just being roundhoused to death. Alright. Now, we are almost done with Brad's stats. Just a few more fights. And speaking of which,
The Mushin Kai brought along a real beast. His name is Golem, and he used to be a professional wrestler. His career took a dive when he went overboard and killed his opponent during a match. Ever since then, he's been active as a prize fighter in underground fighting circles. 2 of Glenn's boys were beat down pretty badly by Golem in the industrial district. We've got no choice but to deck this guy right here and now. He's dangerous. So take a backup and be careful.
This is the first fight with Golem. First of 5. This fight will be easy depending on who you bring. However, every other encounter with Golem will not be that easy. So, let's do this. Lord have mercy. My body is not ready. Golem is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And people have pretty much had their bad experiences with this guy. Honest to God, when it comes down to Golem, you can only grab him with certain grabs. And you have to avoid Golem whenever he charges into his special, his down special attack, which is the energy charge. Because while he's in that state, as you can see here, I was trying to get him off of Alex. This dude is freaking invulnerable. This is the exception to the almighty rule. This is why I don't like almighties. And you have to be very careful as far as Golem is concerned. He could definitely turn the tide on a 2-on-1 fight really easily. The thing is, you have to attack his legs because that's the weakest part of Golem. The more damage you do to his legs, the easier it is on you. He's almost dead. And actually I'm down to half health. But you know what? Fighting Golem 1-on-1 is not fun at all. But 2-on-1 on the other hand, well, that's a different story. That's the only hand-me-down this game is ever going to give you as far as Golem is concerned. Because you'll have to fight him again in the 80s. Jesus Christ, he is hard. Especially when they give him a weapon. Why would you give somebody that big a weapon? That's like giving a big guy a club. It's redundant. But nonetheless, it's time to deal with Mission 79.
That's my brother, Lin Fong. So he was back in town. But why now? After all this time? When our father died, I was given control over Chinatown. That didn't sit well with my brother, so he skipped bail. So it seems Lin Fong is the one in charge of the Tinjiao now. Don't take him on just yet. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve. We should wait and see what he's up to. One more thing. He's an expert when it comes to swords. Our father was, after all, Chinatown's master swordsman.
And if you thought Golem was the only tough thing coming out of this chapter, you're sadly mistaken. Lin Fong Lee is another person that is a tough customer, especially 1-on-1. But this guy, he's not coming alone. He's got 3 other guys with scimitars. Well, 2 guys with scimitars and 1 with his bare hands, but still. It would be in your best interest to focus on Lin's men. Don't do like I do and send them flying into him. Because then Lin Fong will make the fight even more difficult than what it needs to be. However, Lin Fong is just like Glenn. He will join in when he sees his men are about to be defeated. Make sure, however, that you try to help out your partner the best way you can. And make sure that you or your partner have enough health to pretty much survive this onslaught. Because Lin Fong, whenever he fights, he constantly comes in with that scimitar. As far as I'm concerned, make sure you have a special attack on hand to try to even the odds against these guys. Because as you can see here, they are killing us! Well, me anyway. Hey, you're about to die. I mean, you can kill Lin Fong, but unfortunately, the mission does not demand that you do. As a matter of fact, that's the end of the mission right there. Yes, a power bomb in the mission. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I am done with Urban Reign for the day. In the next episode, we are going to be taking on the 80s. Well, part of them anyway. I will see you guys in episode 174. It's gonna be a tough one. See you guys next time when we see more Golem.